Hello, it is a cousin, and I am back for another episode of Beer Tasting.
I get a kick out of brew.
Okay, so earlier today I did the Red Stripe Jamaican lager beer. It's a beer I know and love, so that got a really good rating of 4 overall, 4.5 on taste. But there was another one I've wanted to do for quite a while. Like, this is a beer that I've known about, I've seen, I've heard about, but I've never actually tried it, and I feel like it is one I probably should have tried. It's also one my cousin did earlier today. So yeah, I thought, you know what, today's the day I'm going to do it. So I went to the corner shop earlier, got the Red Stripe, went again after getting some food, and then I got Tyskie. So this is the beer of Poland. We did a Polish beer before that old work colleague of mine gave me. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. I'm just going to put that video there. And although that was a very authentic Polish beer, this is the Polish beer. It's a 5%, so it's stronger than the Red Stripe. Same color scheme of white and red, which is the color of Poland. It says here 1629. I'm not going to read any of that. Polish recipe, Groni, the Brewing Industry International Award, London. Okay. Does it say anything about it? Not much, except it's a beer. It's got this white and red color scheme. It's kind of similar to the Polish flag if you block that off with the white and then the red. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You've got this, what is that, an industrial kind of village, I guess, at the bottom below this red sign here. And then I'm not 100% sure what that means or what all that stuff is, but I'm guessing this comes from some sort of industrial village, or that, actually you can't even really see it, or if that's just a really big brewery in 1629. So yeah, it's got a crown here, and then the word Tyskie all around the can. I'm pretty sure I've pronounced that right, Tyskie. Joe also attempted to pronounce it, and I'm just going to play that now.
Tyskie. I was calling it Tyskie, and I called it something else, but fuck it.
So, to any of our Polish viewers, if there are any, you can be the one to correct us and say who's right. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a recognizable and standout beer. I mean, putting it next to the Red Stripe, they are very similar looking. I mean, Red Stripe's got a bit more red around here, but then this does have almost like a pattern, but the pattern's printed in a very pale light grey, so you can't really actually see it. Yeah, but this is the drink of Poland. I do see this quite a lot in corner shops and just around the street, much like the Red Stripe. I mean, in the UK, we do have a very large, well, both Polish and Jamaican populations. But yeah, this is no doubt one of the biggest icons of Polish beer. The only one I really know well enough to know it off the top of my head. So its design, I'm going to give it a similar to the Red Stripe. I'm going to give it a 3 also, because it's not a bad design. It does actually look like a beer like that. I wouldn't say it's as nice as a Stella in terms of design, but it's not bad. But it is very reminiscent of the Stella because it's also gold on the top. It's just a bit more, I want to say, basic looking. You've got this big word that you can't actually read it. You have to like keep rotating the can to read it, the Tyskie. But I've always wanted to do this, so I'm glad I'm finally doing it. So let's crack it open and go for the smell and then the taste. I actually had the mini fridge on, so this one's nice and cold. Smells pretty much the same as the Red Stripe. Let's go for the taste. Yeah, that does taste a little bit stronger than the Red Stripe. But I'm not sure if I like it as much. Not because it's stronger, but the taste isn't as nice from my first initial taste. Bearing in mind this is the first time I'm drinking this compared to the Red Stripe, which I've had many times. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of that. Yeah, it's got the strength there, but then it's that little aftertaste you get at the end I'm not really a fan of. I have to say, I was expecting better. I'm getting a bit of a rich, maybe malt taste. That's not bad, but then there's just a bit of an aftertaste that's not very nice. It kind of tastes like cheap corner shop lager. I feel like it tastes how it looks in some ways, whereas some like the Red Stripe, for instance, that tastes nicer than it looks, but this actually kind of tastes how it looks a little bit. Because it was the iconic beer of Poland, I was expecting it to be a bit better. There is another one actually, which I might do next. It's green, I think it begins with a Z, and it's got like a bison on the front, so I might try that one next. But I have to say, I'm not really liking this. The other Polish beer I did was much nicer. And it's a bigger can, 500 milliliters compared to 440 for the one I did earlier. This isn't something I'd get again. I'm going to be very honest. I'm glad I've tried it just for the sake of trying it, but this isn't the one for me. I'm going to give that it's too harsh. I'm going to give it a 2.5. No, screw that. I'm going to give that a 2. I just don't really like this. I mean, I do like lagers. I think they are what most people, especially in the UK, drink. Most of mine and Joe's group of friends, they do like lager. But this just isn't doing it for me. So I'm sorry, Tyskie. I'm sorry to the people of Poland, but this just isn't the one. So I'll be a little bit more generous and give its overall a 2.5, but still that's not good. That's below average. Yeah, I wouldn't have this again, and I can't say I recommend it. I mean, I know it's a popular beer and each to their own, but yeah, I'm gonna have to disapprove of this one, which is a shame because I actually thought, okay, judging by how popular it is, maybe I had quite high expectations, but I can't say it delivered. So this has been The Cousin. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one, which hopefully will be a little bit better. But until then, cheers.